When you said you could use someone like me.
Did I say use? Are you sure that's a very ugly sounding word? No, that's not what I meant at all. No. What I want is to hear from you just how you put Club Indigo on the map.
You live here, you pretty much saw it all.
No, not exactly. From the outside looking in, you really couldn't understand what accounted for such an incredible success.
I don't give away my treasures to just anyone, Max.
Mm.
You know, I just risked it all trusting someone who basically just didn't get it. So I'm not feeling all that expansive at the moment.
Mm.
But I am, however, in the market for a new partner. Someone who understands what the word means.
Wow, okay. If I knew I was going to have to give a pitch, I would have prepared.
Well, from what I've seen, you do just fine off the cuff.
Okay. Well, I would like to do for Roadies what you and RJ did for Indigo. Now, I am guessing that your arrangement was that you would provide the talent, RJ would provide the showcase, the money, the influence.
That's right.
I can do that, too.
You're confident.
Well, nobody ever said I lacked confidence.
Well, I thought real estate was your game.
Hey, I'm flexible. I'm adaptable. I like to diversify, and you know what? I'm looking for a new venture.
So why wouldn't somebody like me, fronting talent, look for a partner who knows the business instead of a neophyte like you?
Because of what I can bring to the table.
Beer?
Oh, is that a cut?
No, sorry.
Uh-huh.
I tend to sass when I'm intrigued but reluctant.
Oh, is that what you are?
So far. But, please, tell me about this table that you're setting.
You're sitting there right at it. It's right here. Roadies is more popular than Indigo, without the shady past reputation. Plus, I can provide the real estate for studio space that you yourself said you needed for Blue Jay if you're going to stay here in Lambview. I can also scratch up the bankroll with clean money, honest money, something you're not going to have to worry about. And I also happen to think it's a very good time for both of us to jump into a new opportunity.
A good way out of a bad situation.
Exactly. What do you think?
I went through all the papers around. I sorted all the documents by case and put them in folders. The contents of each folder are arranged chronologically. Actually, that part was easy because you tend to stack things the same way.
That's just survival skills honed over many years. Plus, they kind of land wherever I throw them.
Well, anyway, the filing's done. I transcribed your phone messages into your memo pad, and I also took the liberty of entering all of your appointments into your calendar instead of leaving them kind of stuck on the wall in various places in no apparent order and on stickum pads.
She's that all?
No.
No?
I did a little research into document storage. Well, with all of your incredible shrinking file space.
Yes, well, I think that's why I started using the desk as a file cabinet.
Electronic file storage and retrieval is just the solution.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. So many clean surfaces.
Does it make you nervous?
Yes, it makes me incredibly nervous.
You'll get over it. At first, it's just like you grew up in the mountains, staying in upstate New York, and someone just plunked you right in the middle of Kansas. But you'll learn to love it. I did.
You're nothing like me.
Oh, no, I'm worse.
No, I don't think that's possible. I really don't. Oh. I get it. I get it. This is a test, isn't it? That's what this is.
A test?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. See, God's got this figured out all perfectly. That's right. See, I'm going to become so dependent on you to learn some mystical lesson, the meaning of which will elude me entirely, while you go off and leave me for another job, probably at the worst possible moment.
I don't think God is that mean.
You don't have the suspicious soul of a Jew. I mean, we love God dearly, but he does play tricks on us.
Believe me, I don't think I figure prominently in his plans.
Oh, I think you do. Because if you're for real, you have been brought to me by divine providence.
Okay, Eli, why don't you put your things down right over here, and then we'll take them up to your room in a few minutes. Do we have to do this today?
Oh, come on. No point in putting it off.
Well, I'm very glad that you're finally here.
Yeah, it's going to be great. You know, I'm going to be seeing you every day at the community center. I'll be seeing you Sundays at St. James, right?
Mm-hmm.
We'll work on that part.
Well, what are you complaining about? I'm going to have to take you to St. James, and before that, I'm going to have to go to services at St. Jude, which means I'm going to have to go to church twice.
Way to be holier than thou.
Come on, watch it.
Well, maybe I have more to atone for than you.
That why you have a shrine in your home?
That's our Altacita. We keep a shrine in our home to respect and to remember those that we love who we lost. Like my late husband, Diego, my parents, my brother, Gustavo. Maybe we could put a picture of your mother up there.
I don't know. Hey, why don't we put the mouse skeletons me and Andrew put together up there?
Well, I really would consider it if you had been really close to the mouse while it was alive.
Yeah, it could have been. I've lived in some pretty crummy places. Make a little noise, boy, don't you? Sorry, Miss V, I didn't mean to make
All right, Eddie, no trouble. Christian, what's going on?
Hey, Chris, I thought she said you could take whatever you needed.
Yeah, I did. Where's your apartment?
Mom, I told you when Eli moves in, I'm moving out.
I thought I raised you to give people a fair chance and a helping hand.
He had his chance, and he used it to steal Hank Annick's motorcycle. Meanwhile, you're still dead set on taking this kid in. You want to do that, Mom? You know what? You go ahead, okay? Me? I'm staying out of it. Chris, yeah, I'm gonna go take this out to the car. Right? I'll come back when I'll be back when everything's safe. Bye.
So you go ahead and make your point more sharp by moving out exactly as Eli is moving in?
Coincidence.
Didn't you at least think about how that might make him feel?
I said it was coincidence, but even so, I told you a long time ago I was not gonna spend one night in the same roof as that kid.
And what do you think would have happened to your brother if someone had judged him as harshly as you're judging Eli?
Antonio was judged harshly for something he never did. Eli is guilty as hell, Mom, okay? And nobody has ever made him pay the price for that.
But, Bull, you know, I've been paying the price ever since I was born. And for something I never did to begin with. And all this stuff that you say I'm guilty of, that's on account. And let me tell you something.
All right, easy. You have taken advantage of being sick the minute you realized
Chris.
what it could get you.
Christian!
I really appreciate this. It's a real vote of confidence. You're hiring me.
Are you kidding? It was an act of desperation.
Oh.
Oh, no, I didn't mean that. I meant hiring you was a vote of confidence.
Really? Thanks. I didn't realize that.
Oh, do you think it's going to catch a cold lying here naked all day? Maybe I should turn the heat up.
I can knit it a snuggly.
You knit?
Do you?
No, I don't.
I could teach you. It's incredibly therapeutic.
Yeah, that would be great. Do you crochet?
Yeah.
You do? I have these beautiful heirloom pillows that has this incredibly intricate crocheted border around it that just got completely devastated by this beast that's been living in our house since Beau brought it home. And I was wondering, if you could just teach me how to crochet, I could repair it, you know, and on some of my free time now that you're here to make harmony and peace out of my life.
I'd be glad to look at it. So what kind of animal is this?
They tell me it's a dog.
That chews things.
Chews would not quite capture the essence of what this animal does. Mangles, devastates, destruction left in its wake.
That's not good.
I want to kill it.
That's really not good.
No.
Pepper.
Excuse me?
Red pepper. Strategically sprayed and sprinkled all over the house in possible targets. One chew, it'll never do it again.
Is it cruel?
Well, it's drastic, but it works.
Wow. Oh, Georgie, I don't know how I'm going to demonstrate to you how appreciative I am that you've come to work for me.
Well, actually, I have this conflict next semester.
No, please. You can't leave me. No, I know I said that your studies were more important, but you see, I lied.
No, you couldn't pry me off the walls here. No, I need advice. Wills or trial advocacy?
Oh, trial advocacy, definitely. Oh, it's relevant, it's practical, and besides, I heard that Professor Shamsky is terrific.
Except all the students are taking wills.
Oh, it's so boring, absolutely boring, and you can learn that on your own. Besides, Professor Kingman is a fat showboat.
Thank you. You know, as much as I enjoy school, I'm just so tired of all the lecture hall politics. I just want to finish practicing so I could, well, start practicing.
Yeah, there you go. Well, I can't do anything about speeding up your graduation, but I can offer you some incentives.
Incentives work?
Well, once you stop dilly-dallying around the office and getting this office run smoothly. I want you to become intimately familiar with my caseload. And once you do, then we can discuss you possibly joining me on some depositions.
Yes, that would be fantastic.
Well, if you're going to be an important part of this practice, it's essential. What's your hurry, Max?
No profit in delaying.
Yeah, but there's more to life than profit. And I take commitments far too seriously to make one based on one slick presentation.
Damn, I thought I was doing so good.
Oh, you're doing fine, but I am still tied to RJ. Professionally, I mean.
I understood that there was an out clause in that contract.
Oh, yeah, there is. But I have to get with Gabe and let him know that I'm moving on. The deal's not over until he tells me it is. If I can use your house phone, I can call him right now and find out how quickly that can be done.
Sure it's the right way to do this?
Up front and on the level. That's the only way I know how to handle this. Or anything else for that matter.
Yeah, I'm getting that. Go.
Hello?
Gabe, it's Jakara.
I was wondering where you are. Are you all right?
Fine. Have you, drawn up those papers?
The papers?
To dissolve my partnership with RJ.
Well, yeah, I started that, yeah. But, I wanted to speak with you. Listen, now that everyone's had a chance to calm down, I wanted to discuss this thing with you and RJ. Try and put it all right.
The only way to put it right is to end it.
Now, don't say that. Not about my dream team. Besides, what else are you gonna do?
There's another offer on the table already.
There is.
There is.
And it's legit?
Oh, it's legit and not without appeal.
So you're seriously considering this offer?
Yep.
From whom?
Max Holden.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Please, Gabriel, just draw up the papers. Now.
Yeah.
You know, you and I have been discussing this like it's an emotionally simple matter.
Nothing is emotionally simple. That's something I've learned in this life.
As long as you know.
Oh, I do.
Thanks. Now, as Gabe is RJ's lawyer, as well as mine, I'd like to take this matter to Nora Buchanan.
Nora? Sure. Sit over there and kick the idea around. I'm sure she would just love to hear what's happening.
Well, a bad situation just took a turn for the worse.
It would have been bad enough if she had busted up the partnership and gone the hell back to Philly. I mean, that would have hurt. That would have been plenty. But to do something like this, take up...
You talked to Jakara?
Oh, Ms. J. Principal? Oh, yeah. She has been heard from. It'd be hard not to hear her since she's gotten in my face about this.
Why don't you just tell me what happened?
Jakara is pushing Gabriel to dissolve the partnership. And furthermore, Lady J has chosen to stay in this town. in my town. And she's hooking up with Mr. Max Holden, thereby transforming a bad business situation into a very bad personal situation.
I don't understand. Why would you do that? Are you sure this is right?
Do you think I'm making it up?
Hold it, everybody. Now, getting all worked up is not going to help things.
I believe this situation specifically calls for getting worked up.
Look, maybe getting worked up is exactly what Jakara is doing. In which case, staying cool and logical is to our distinct advantage. Now, this thing with Holden is not a done deal. She's not out of her contract with you yet.
Let the lady go, huh? If she so desperately wants to get rid of me, cut her loose.
Oh, that makes so much sense.
Look, as I see it, and I believe I see it a lot more clearly than you have two options available to you here, RJ. You can either get angry...
No, already there.
Okay, you can stay angry, or you can get over it and get Jakara back.
I'd like to discuss some of the issues involved in ending my partnership with RJ and explore a possible partnership with Max.
I'm sorry. I thought that everything with Indigo was a roaring success.
Yes.
So, what happened to RJ?
Very different management styles.
What makes you think that's not going to happen with Max here, you know? Management styles are very unique. They're like a fingerprint. What exactly about RJ's management styles did you find incompatible?
Maybe you better tell her the whole story.
Okay. A wrong guy out of New York decided to grab himself a piece of Blue Jay Indigo. RJ held him off, but in order to buy peace, he had to sign a kid that this guy owns. Don't get me wrong, Nora. RJ really did buy peace. That's not in question.
So you're leaving Indigo is not out of fear for your own safety?
Believe me, concerns for my safety have absolutely nothing to do with this. My big problem is RJ did all this without consulting me. Now, I told him at the start of our relationship that I was not interested in a partner who made unilateral moves. But now I see RJ really doesn't want a partner. He needs control. And to me, that means he doesn't understand what a partnership is.
Excuse me. I have your coffees.
Oh, great. Thank you.
Black, 1 sugar.
Thank you.
Black, no sugar.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Milk, 1 sugar.
Oh, great. Thank you very much. I completely understand why you want to leave RJ. I'm very disappointed. I mean, for Rachel's sake as much as yours.
Nora, Rachel's like a younger sister to me. I'd never leave her in harm's way. But this thing with RJ and me is more of a personal conflict. I don't think you need to worry about Rachel.
Excuse me.
Yeah, that's it. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate your reassurances. I really do. But somehow motherhood and reassurance, they're just sort of mutually exclusive. I am very happy, however, to help counsel you and you, Max, in whatever arrangement you'd like. But I have to tell you on a personal level, this is like my worst nightmare come true.
I'd have to agree with you on that. I mean, I can't imagine one of my kids in the same spot. I'm sorry. Nora, I just sympathize with you, that's all.
Rachel had told me a little bit about how you, Hank, and both felt about her joining RJ at Indigo. It's well known this business has its share of questionable characters. But Rachel is very strong and pretty capable of taking care of herself. And besides that, I know RJ would move heaven and earth to keep her out of danger of any kind.
Well, he damn well better.
Look, Nora, if you need to discuss this with Rachel, it's fine by me.
Thank you, Jakara.
All right, so maybe I did step over the line.
No. No, you said what you felt. And that's what you really believe? That's happening here, that Eli is manipulating me and manipulating Andrew, and we haven't got a clue. If that's what you really believe, then you're probably right. It's probably best that you do move out.
Oh, so now you want me to go?
No, I don't want that. These should have been great days for us, Christian. We should have spent them together.
Right, right. Days of grace. Just you and me. And Eli makes 3.
I'm not going to keep you in an unhappy situation. That would be very selfish of me.
Chris?
Oh, we're in here, Jessica.
Hey, I came to help Chris move.
It's all right. Look, everything here is cool. I have nothing else to say about this, but, I do have packing to do. Excuse me. Come on, Jess.
You're all right?
I'm fine. Thank you, Andrew. Everything's cool. Right, Eli?
Yeah, way cool.
I will see you tomorrow, okay? I will check in with you.
Very good.
This is great. It's great so far.
Taya! Oh, what a nice surprise. Come in.
I took the chance that you might be home. I hope you don't mind me dropping by.
No, not at all. How are you?
Oh, fine. Actually, confused would be more accurate. I need your advice about Todd. You probably think that I married Todd for the money.
You know what? I would never presume to make that kind of a judgment.
Well, I did.
Okay.
But something's happening between me and Todd. Last night, we finally made some sort of real connection.
Well, that happens to married people.
It wasn't, intimacy, but it was intimate. You know, to me, anyway. And I thought, since you seem to know Todd better than anyone else, that maybe you could help me.
Hey, I'm going to try.
Is it a mistake for me to would it be wrong if to like Todd?
No, not at all. I like Todd.
He doesn't make it easy.
No, he most certainly does not, no.
But I think it's worth it for me to try. I think I'd like the three of us to be more of a family. Do you think that's a foolish thing?
No. I think it's absolutely wonderful. If for no other reason than that Star deserves it. But Taya, I would be doing you a big disservice if I did not point out some of the more obvious obstacles.
Like Blair.
Like Blair. You know, Todd would never admit it. In fact, there are times when I think he doesn't even know it. He has very complicated feelings for Blair. Now, this is not to say that you should not try and make a go of this marriage, okay? Just know that Blair is something you have to be aware of.
And if I want to take a shot at it...
Listen,
You're a very smart woman. I'm sure you figured out by now that Todd never does anything that is in his best interests, okay? So, if you would like to turn this business deal into something more, honey, do it. Just don't tell Todd.
Oh, you mean,
I mean that if you want Todd, Star, and you to be a family, act like one. And the whole thing may very well just fall into place.
And then, obviously, this is the television.
Get any channels that speak English?
Yeah, all of them. Except there's no cable.
You don't have any cable?
No, we don't really need it. We get much better reception here than where Andrew is.
But you only have 10 channels.
Yeah, it's more than enough. Because as you can see, there are plenty of books to amuse you.
You read all these?
Some of them twice. There's your dinner is in the refrigerator, and that's for dinner for tonight, and I'm going to go over to the diner and make sure that everything is set for the evening. I really don't have to stay because Katerina is going to cover for me. I just have to make sure everything's set up, and then I'll be able to come back and spend the evening with you.
Gee, thanks.
So I'll be back before you finish your dinner.
Can't wait.
I'm going to the diner for a quick check. I hope you'll still be here when I get back.
Probably not. I think we're all through here. Hey, Mom, listen, have you seen the prototype model for the angel and the square I did? Have you seen that?
There was a whole box of models for larger sculptures. Could it be one of those?
Yeah.
I think they're all together in the box in the upstairs closet.
Oh, nah. I already packed that stuff up nice and tight. It's in the car already.
Oh, I guess I'll have more room in the closet.
Well, I'm sure Eli will fill them up.
He doesn't have much.
He'll acquire plenty. You better make room for a motorcycle.
Sorry. Well, I guess I'll see you later. Sometime soon.
I hope.
Kristen, she is so upset. She does not want you to do this. I mean, are you sure you even want to do this? You're not just overreacting because Eli is moving in?
He's not overreacting. I mean, he's playing this for the maximum effect.
For what?
He wants his own place. He wants to be on his own. You know what I mean?
It's not for any of those reasons, okay? I just plain don't like Eli.
Oh, come on, man. He's a good kid. You're just not used to this younger brother thing, man.
He is not my brother, okay?
You know, he could use someone like you for...
What is it with everybody, huh? Why are you all so quick to defend the kid's a punk? All I ever heard when I was growing up, and whenever Antonio would get in trouble was, you know, if you can't do the time, don't do the crime. This kid has done every crime he can think of, and nobody has ever made him do the time. Why? Because he's so good at playing the sick kid routine.
Chris, he is sick.
That is no reason to rip off the whole world. He's conning all of you, especially Mommy. And he can't stand me, because I am the only one who's going to bust him to what he's up to. Where are you going? Out!
Now, obviously, we can't set up a framework for an agreement between the two of you until you get your break finalized from RJ, and I want it in writing.
The papers are reportedly being drawn up right now.
Perfect. Now, the next question is, why in the world would you want to go into an agreement with Max?
Wait a minute. Did your mother teach you that if you can't say something nice about someone, then just...
You know, I get the feeling glowing character references on Mr. Holden will be few and far between.
Oh, I'm hurt. I'm deeply hurt from that.
Oh, sure you are.
Oh, come on. Look, if Nora can't recommend me as a human being, at least she has to admit that we have been good friends since the day she set foot in Landview. And in the spirit of full disclosure, I will admit that there have been a few occasions when I have cut corners.
What'd you cut him with?
My rapier-like wit and my cutting observations.
Oh.
Okay, all right. Let's just say, well, let's just chalk it up to extreme youth.
How about extreme immaturity?
Do I have to pay you for this consultation?
Yes, you do.
I'm getting taken to the cleaners. Okay, the fact is that I am squeaky clean, above board and legitimate, as are all my business associates. So the only undue influence you're ever going to have at Rhodey's will be mine when I'm trying to pull you up on that stage to sing.
Okay, I will look over the documents of your break with RJ once you hand them in to me, and then I will come up with some sort of arrangement, an agreement between the two of you. We need to come up with a framework, and I'd like the two of you to give some serious thought to your own individual needs and what you'd like to see in the contract and anything that you'd like to see specified in the contract. Once you've done that, call Georgie. She'll set up a quick meeting with you.
Okay, Nora, thank you so much. I know this wasn't easy for you. Oh, it was my pleasure. I've got a lot of thinking to do. Serious thinking.
Me too. Don't want my future partner to outthink me.
Ah, it makes you think she wouldn't anyway.
Sure, my friend.
Everything okay?
Yeah. Yeah, no, everything's just fine. Can you hold down can you run the office for a little bit?
I don't have an appointment for you. Were you?
No, I got a meeting that just came up.
I don't have anything in the book.
Well, you know what? Sometimes things aren't in the book. Hold down the fort, will you?
Uncle RJ, I know this has been a tough blow to your ego. And you're angry, justifiably angry.
Jakara is just as mad at me as I am at her.
But I think we all agree that we have a good thing going here. We both know that Jakara thinks so, too.
What makes you so sure?
She wouldn't be so furious with you if she didn't. So, why don't you make one last try and fix things? Come on. I don't think you want to look back and regret that you didn't make one last-ditch effort. This isn't a terminal patient which we're all trying to resuscitate. This is a viable, vital project. One that we all know is right for us.
Don't let your emotions cloud your judgment. You can still haul this thing out of the fire if you decide that's what you're going to do.
I know that you are probably right. And it pays to have good counsel in time of crisis and family that loves you in crisis or out. But whatever happens, I have a few things that I need to say to Jakara, and there's no time like the present.
And you're going to do that in a calm and collected manner, won't you?
Don't I always?
Oh, hey, easy, okay?
Eli?
Sorry.
Hey, Georgie? Are you okay? Did something happen?
No. It's Nora. Mama.
Hello. Hey, where's RJ?
He's not here.
Oh, well, that's all right. I'll catch up with him later. I really came to speak with you.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
What's up?
Jakara came to see me. What's RJ up to? I mean, really.
Stay tuned for scenes from the next One Life to Live.